Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Bigger2021 coming back at you again. I have another video I wanted to share with you guys because I've been having, I had trouble, I'm just starting out in metal detecting myself. This is what my second year now. And I've basically been, searching and it's hard to find any kind of information on your stats worksheet. So basically I just made one up myself on Microsoft Excel and wanted to share it with you guys. So I hope you guys like what I have to show. So here it is. I'll go over it a little bit with you. What this is basically, I just did an Excel worksheet that lists all the different kind of coins that I find, the clad, silver coins, miscellaneous coins, and then like miscellaneous finds. And then every time I go out on a hunt, I just, after the hunt sometime later, I'll just write down what I found. I'll either just come right to the computer here, or I'll write it down on a post-it note and like enter them in at different times. So basically what I do is I'll just put in here like this column here, I got all the time spent. Like if I went out for in like March, I went out, for 3/4 of an hour, so 45 minutes. Here I went out for 30 minutes. Here I went out for 30, and then an hour, hour and a half. So I just keep on adding them incrementally. And then the same thing with the quarters and, the clad that I found. So this, in March here I found one quarter one time and 2/4 another time, and then I found a dime, a dime, a dime. These are different hunts, and then a nickel, 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 and then one time I went out and found 1 penny one time, and then 8 pennies the next time, and it just totals it all up. And it's just a worksheet that I use that works really good for me. I like keeping track of what I'm doing, throughout my time, find how much time I actually spend metal detecting and what I actually find. So this year, I found 1,383 coins, and it only totaled $86.34. I made $86.34 this year in clad. It's not a lot, but whatever. It's fun. You're not doing this for the money. As you can tell from this column right here, it's telling me how much I made per hour. So I only made $1.30 per hour of metal detecting this year. And I found, total of everything, I only found $152 worth of stuff. And I spent 117 hours actually detecting, which is just the total of each month here. And then what are these? I only found my 2 silvers this year. I found, my 1 mercury diamond, and I found a 1 war nickel. And then basically what I do, I just put like a basic value down here. If it's worth more or less, I just put like what I think it's going to be worth. And then here for each little, I put the little comment section. So you just right click in any section, and you just put insert comment or edit comment. If you found 1 in September and you found 1 in July, you put number 1 in here, and you put whatever it's worth. It's worth $1, and then you just insert the comment. Say delete that, and you just put 1942. P war. That's it. And you're done. Or like I found it in a local park. You just put it in there, and then you're done. And then you know where you found it. If you want to put coordinates or time or exact information in there. And then same thing for miscellaneous finds. I found the rings, and then here I found, for this one I put, it's a scorpion spinner ring. Here just another miscellaneous ring. Found a bunch of tokens. This was Eagle Horseshoe token. Here found a Discovery War Zone token, Civil War token, business card token, and then I just put in the different comments and what they're worth. And whatever, if you have like different miscellaneous things, you just add the columns in here. So you just click on 69 here, and then you want to insert and say, hey, then you just put in here like another category, kids ring, well, I don't know, what else, what another category, bracelet, I don't know. So you just put that in here, bracelet. And then say I found that in February, so you put 1, it's $5 bracelet, put that down, then it automatically, you have to, well, you gotta copy those, so you control C, control V, there we go. Then you just control paste, and then found that, and my miscellaneous finds were $70. So I didn't find hardly anything. I'm not the best finder, I guess. Gotta go to some different locations this year. Hopefully I find some more stuff that I can let you guys know what it is. And then here, so now this is 2014 finds. And you just add another tab for 2015, and I'll just start all over again. So it'll all be right there, and you just start all over fresh. And then when 2016 comes around, you just copy this sheet over and bring it over, and just start all over. So I mean, if this is something any of you guys want, I can email you the copy. Just send me a message, YouTube message, and I'll email you the copy. They're just, not too easy to find any of these records. Most people, they don't want to share anything, or they never give it to you, or, you got to find everything on your own. So that's why I had to make this myself, because I couldn't find anything on the internet. So I just basically looked around at all the different coins and put them all in here and populated it. So hopefully you guys like what I did. If you like, like I said, if you want a copy of this, just send me a message and I'll send it to you. So talk to you later. Bye.